Hi guys, welcome to to today's sessions, our fifth episode with Ethics in Business Part 2. I'm your host Lamin. I'm joined with my co-host today, Sir Abdurrahim, Mr. Abdurrahim. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Lemin. I'm super excited for today's session.
Yeah. I'm also joined with Erich as my co-host. Hi Erich.
Yes.
Thank you. Hi, how are you?
Are you excited for today's session?
Yeah, too much.
Yeah. So we also have Anis, Mahjoub, Noor, Umama, and Soraya with us today. We are only 8 participants. I don't know why, but we can work with it and we can start as usual.
Of course,
Yes.
8 brilliant participants is much more than 100 lazy ones.
Yes.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
So one bird in a hand is better than two in a tree.
On a tree, yes, absolutely. Okay, so this is the second part of ethics in business. We talked about it last time. If you are watching this on YouTube or listening to the podcast on Spotify, please listen to the previous one or watch the previous one.
Yes.
So you don't miss a thing.
Because all of our lessons are like organized in a playlist.
Yes, and they are linked.
Either in Mr. Abdurrahim's YouTube channel or in Spotify.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So because Mr. Lamin told us that last session wasn't enough to explore all parts and aspects of ethics in business, because this is a very large topic, we needed a second part. And in this part, we are going to focus particularly about child labor, he told me, right?
Yes, child labor, extortion, and abuse of power.
So, okay, abuse of power.
And extortion.
Extortion.
Or we can say graft.
Okay. So we are going to focus on these 3 aspects. And do you want to describe or do you want to tell us what child labor is? Let's start with child labor. Or do you want to let somebody else try to explain it?
Hello, Mr.
Hello, Noor. How are you?
I am good. And you?
I'm very well. So today you said you've prepared on Telegram
Yes, of course.
group. Yes.
Especially in child labor.
Especially regarding child labor.
Yes.
This is nice, and we are going to start with it. So what do you know about child labor?
Child labor is a very concerning issue affecting millions of childs.
Yes, worldwide, around the world, yes.
Yes.
So this is a major problem.
Yes, it's a very bad and big phenomenon in the world, especially in the poor countries.
Yes, in poor countries, okay.
And with a simply way, it means that when the when the child work for gain money for help his family.
To help his family.
Yeah.
Is it necessary? So this is my first question. Is it necessary that the child is working because the family needs money? Why if the child? So why if the child, decides willingly, with his consent, his consent to work? What do you think about this?
Sir, you mean the causes of this phenomenon?
Yes. So you said that child labor is a problem. It's a major problem, which is indeed. But when you were describing the problem, you said that it's when child or when children
Mhm.
work because they are forced to, maybe by their families, you know.
Yes.
And I just had this question: what if it's not the case? What if the family isn't forcing the child? Maybe the family isn't poor, but the child himself decides to quit studying, quit school, and go to work. Is it considered child labor as well?
No, so this is another, I think this is another phenomenal.
Yeah, so we have to agree on this in the
Yes.
first place before we start diving deep into this topic. So if the child, you know, if the child is doing this job with his consent or their consent. So do you know what this means, consent?
إرادته.
Yes. So he agrees, you know, he wants to do this himself. He's not forced. So we will discuss this point later on. So keep going, Noor. Keep going with your with what you have to say.
I think that the poverty forced the many of the children for works, not just for study, for eat, maybe for buy and medicine for their parents, because they are sick. And maybe the parents COVID in their children. When I said COVID, not like a dream. I mean that the parents force their children to work and gain money for personal gains.
Okay, I see. I see. We will go back to this point. We will talk about whether it is considered a child labor if the child himself decides to do the job with their consent. But for now, I'll ask you other questions, or maybe we can listen from other people. Then I'll go back to you, Noor, specifically, and I'll ask you a couple of questions. Okay?
So I would like to give the right definition of child labor.
Okay.
Child labor is forcing children to work in extreme and harmful conditions for a very
Okay.
low pay or no pay at all.
Or no payment at all.
Yes.
Okay, so it is forcing them, you know, forcing
Yeah.
them.
So we have to put a mark on forcing.
Yes, so we have to stress on forcing them. So
Yes.
يوجبوا عليهم ولا بالقوة ياك forcing.
Yes.
Forcing
So we see many
children.
examples in especially in India.
Yes, so they work and they have to work in extreme
Yes.
circumstances.
So
في شغل وضعيات هيانة بزاف, so extremely bad.
conditions.
Yes, in extreme
So
conditions.
I can give an example from the reality, which
Okay.
is happening today and will happen for like every day in India.
Okay.
So you know, like businessmen in India.
Businessman, yes.
Yes, businessmen in England. They go to the children families and
we can't hear you, Lamin. Maybe you lost your network. Hello. He's not here. Arid, do you have anything to say while we are waiting for Lamin to join?
so they
Yes.
like to.
He's
give
back. He's back. Let's
suggestions to
listen to him.
the
So
children
Lamin, we
families.
weren't listening to you. No, I think you lost your network. Can you repeat what you said, please?
Okay, so I was given an example, a live example in India.
Okay.
So businessmen in India like to go to the poor families, like to go to the slums. You know the
Yes.
slums.
Yes, I know the slums. Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I'm
slums.
talking about the participants.
Yes, I know. Okay, so do you guys know what slums are? Hello, guys.
سلامز البيوت القصديرية.
Yes, exactly. Yes. مهم. الأحياء الفقيرة ولا البيوت كما نقولوا احنا البرارك.
يس.
هذه الأحياء اللي فيهم البرارك، so هذه السلامز، الأحياء الفقيرة in general. الأحياء الفقيرة. Okay, so rich people in India, they go to slums.
Yes.
Why? I think that they go there to choose some vulnerable children
Yes.
to hire.
Pretty much collecting them.
Yes.
And of course, the families aren't forced, like they agreed in the first position.
So, so with the consent
they
of
can-
the consent of their families.
Yes, they barely feed their children there, so they have to
Really?
accept.
So I was talking about vulnerability, which means Lamin or someone else. What does it mean to be vulnerable?
Different and precious.
No. Arid, do you know what this means? Vulnerable? When we talk about this, we are referring usually to kids, women, elderlies.
Also, so they are like I don't know how to say it, but معرض.
Yes,
in
exactly.
Arabic.
Someone who is weak, usually, or in a weakened position. You know, this is what vulnerable means. So weak, in danger, you know, someone who cannot protect or defend themselves. So this is what vulnerable means. This is a very important adjective that I really encourage you to memorize. So معرض للخطر، المعرض للخطر ولا للاستغلال. Just like children, you know, in India, as you were describing, Lamin. So those children from slums are very vulnerable because they are poor, they don't have anyone to defend them, and they cannot even defend themselves. So they are a very easy prey for those millionaires or businessmen, as you said.
They are a very easy target.
Exactly, yes. Okay, keep going.
So I think that's all for child labor. I don't know if our participants like to add some definitions.
Okay, so we said that billionaires or businessmen go to slums in India and choose or force some vulnerable children under the age 18, I assume, right? Because above that, we cannot say they are minors. So under the age of 18, so they choose only poor families and they take their children to use them as workers, you know, illegally. Yes, and they choose slums, they go to slums because there are some vulnerable people and easy preys. So do you know what this means, a prey?
Yes, target.
Yes, so a prey in the world of animals is الفريسة. Yes, a prey, ماشي prey slot with an A.
With an
yeah.
A.
So yes, so they are usually, they sound almost the same, but they are written in differently. So prey, P-R-E-Y, like this. Let me make it bigger. So prey like this is الفريسة, you know. ولا الضحية. So we can use it in the context of a victim. Okay, so if we are referring to animals with prey, it means al-farisa, like goats, zebras, etc. And there is a phrasal verb which is prey on, which means يفترس. And this word and the phrasal verb as well can be used to talk about humans interactions. So if you talk about a human as a prey, means dahiya, just like vulnerable children. Okay, Lamin, did you finish?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's listen from someone else.
Okay, so I think like we have a dead crowd here.
I see, yes.
Really
They are not very
crowd.
active so far.
Yes.
Amina, do you want to say something? Noor, Umayma, Anis.
Yes.
Hi, Anis.
Child.
Hello, we can't hear you. Hello. It's always the problem with the internet, isn't it? Always the problem with internet. Umayma, do you have something else to add? Okay, so I'll ask you a question, okay? So this time I'm going to ask a question and you answer me if you can. So Lamin was talking about India, but let's talk about Algeria for a second. So do you think that the same thing happens here in Algeria? Have you ever witnessed child labor personally? Do you have anyone that you know who is a victim of child labor? And how do you see it? How do you see it? Do you see it as really bad, or you think that, okay, children or families, you know, they are allowed to make this decision for their children, whether they want to continue their education or they want them to quit and start making a living? So is there anyone who sees it in a different way? But first of all, my first question is it the same case in Algeria? Have you witnessed child labor here? Arich said that she lost the internet.
I think yes.
Anis, yes. So do you think that this phenomenon exists in Algeria a lot?
Yes. In daily routine, I see some children in the street by selling some I don't know like clothes and
Clothes, vegetables, fruits,
yes,
yes, on the street. Mhm.
and yes, I see that
But
always. Yeah,
you know, you have to
always.
remember that. So you have to remember that we are not talking about it as a part-time job or as a summertime job, you know, summer vacation job. So we
Yes.
are talking about like a full-time job for children. So do you see a child working full-time
Mm,
is under
Actually,
18?
no, actually, no. I see some children were
So you know the difference between a part-time job, right, Anis? We lost Anis as well. A lot of our participants aren't enjoying a very good internet today. So part-time job and a full-time job. In Arabic عمل بدوام كامل, full-time job. و part-time job ماشي كامل, مثلا واحد تما يقرأ ولا
Yes, a lot
especially
of
yes,
university
students,
students
yes,
work
university
in a
students, you know.
part-time job.
Yeah, so they have part-time job. So let's agree on this. Is having a part-time job for a child okay?
Yeah, maybe they can learn responsibility to be responsible and like trust themselves.
Okay, so you think so, according to you, part-time for a boy who is under boy or girl who is
Not a
under
boy,
18,
like
a child,
somebody,
teenager,
a teenager above 14 or 15.
above 14, under 18 and above 14.
Yeah,
Yes, so in that teenager phase of his life, he
yes, they have.
can have a part-time job.
Yes, in summer they get paid. They learn how to use their money, to keep their money from the money from for themselves and not spare it.
Okay. Okay. Does anyone disagree?
Actually, yes, I agree with the part-time job of children.
Okay,
As
so
let me say, they learn the responsibility, the trust, and many things.
okay.
And
What if the child is under 14? Is it still okay?
It's a crime. I say that it's a crime.
Umayma thinks that it's a crime if a child under 14 works in any kind of
Yes,
job. Okay,
because they
so
don't have neither the physical nor the
mental
mental
ability.
requirements.
Yes, I see.
for job.
Okay, any other opinions?
No.
So what is the legal age or the moral age, if we can say, of a part-time job for a child? So do you think it's 14? So if the child is above 14 or
Yes.
above,
No.
they can have a part-time job and there's no problem with this.
And of course, we have to see the physical appearance and the mental one.
Okay, I see. And if we have to make some conditions as well, so the child, the working would be consensual. So the child hasn't to be forced to do the job, right? So we all agree on this.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
the child has rights, and the United of Rights Children has to protect all children. As we know, many children work to make money, especially
Okay.
Black people. As we can see
Yes.
now, Black kids are really suffering with
Yes.
that.
So what can we say about Black people, poor people, those people who are born in slums? So how can we, talk about all them in one single word, sorry. So do you know any word that can combine all these characteristics?
They are targets, I think.
Yes, they are targets, indeed.
Yeah.
So we can say that those people or these people we are talking about are underprivileged. Privileged, yes. So do you know this word?
It means persecution.
Sorry, can you say it again?
Persecution.
Okay, in Arabic?
اضطهاد. مضطهدون.
Not really, no. So what does it mean to be privileged? Or it's the same
Like
word in French.
Yes.
So privilege بالعربية هو امتياز ياك. So إلى واحد كان عنده privilege معناتها عنده امتياز على الآخرين واحد آخر على عباد واحد آخرين. مثلا for example white people in general,
they are privileged, yes.
Yes, in the whole world
they are some kind of born with a gold spoon in
yes
the mouth.
Yes, so they are almost gifted in a way,
Yes.
They are privileged by being born white because the world treats them better. which is a very, very bitter fact, but it is the reality. So if you are underprivileged, it means it's the opposite. You are not privileged. Either you are born with a different color, or you were born to a poor family or in a slum, or with a disability. You are underprivileged. So this is a word that I want you to remember.
As in our society, the boys have an
Society. Yes.
society, the boys
Yes.
have an privilege than girls.
Yes, this is very, very good example. Yes, girls here, we can say, especially in the old days, now things are getting better. But in the old days, girls were very underprivileged, and boys, on the other hand, are privileged because the society, likes boys apparently. Especially in the third world countries. So you got it. Underprivileged children are very vulnerable to child labor, to abuse, to all kind of mistreatment. This is a fact. But I was asking you, before we go to another topic, I was asking you about what you consider as a child labor. I still have more questions. So we were talking about part-time job and full-time job. You said Anis was talking. He was telling me about what he witnessed personally regarding child labor in Algeria. So Anis, you said that you've never seen a full-time job for a child here in Algeria. So did I get it right?
Yes.
Okay. So let me ask you another question.
Yes.
What if you encounter a child working or being forced to work? What would you do? What is your reaction?
First, I will be angry for this crime. Then I don't know.
Will you take any actions? Now, be honest. If you don't, just say, okay, no, it's not my matter. It's none of my business.
Yes,
I wouldn't do anything.
But I don't know.
Okay, think about it. Think about it. I'll give you some time to think. What would your reaction be if you encounter a child working, especially in extreme conditions? So let's listen from others. Arij, what about you? What would you do if you see a child working in extreme conditions or being forced to quit school?
I'll feel really sorry for him, and I'll post a hashtag no child labor. So
okay.
I think it would help.
Okay, you think it would help. So this is the best you can do.
Yes.
You cannot change it with your hands, or you can't do other things about it.
Why
don't you whistleblow? Why don't you whistleblow?
Like I can't do anything. It's well, we have to prove it and tell the United of
What about suing the employer? Why don't you sue them? You know what this means? Sue someone. If you are capable of doing so, of course.
Yes.
So what does it mean to sue someone? Lamin, if you know it, don't spoil it.
Okay.
Don't spoil it. Let others think.
My lips are sealed. Don't worry.
Okay, that's nice. But please don't cheat. If you don't know it, just say I don't know it. It's totally fine. No, do you know what this means to sue someone? If somebody is doing something bad to you or to someone else, in this case, an employer, you know, an employer is doing an illegal thing, which is hiring children under 18, under the legal age. So this is an illegal activity, and you can sue them for it. Sue someone, to sue someone means ترفع قضية، ترفع عليه قضية، تشتكي به. So you go to a lawyer or to the court, المحكمة, and you sue this person, the employer. If you know the employer اللي يخدم. So تعرفوا بلي كاين the employee هو اللي يخدم، وكاين the employer هو اللي يخدم العباد. So the boss, the employer. So you can sue the employer. تقدر ترفع قضية if you know them in person. Why don't you do this? What stops you from suing this person? Everybody just
Yes, I think a lot
I'm
of
very
people
afraid to
doesn't
talk.
like getting in trouble and
Yes,
problems.
so you don't want to get yourself in trouble.
Yes.
Yes, you have your own business to care about.
Or maybe they are apathetic.
Mhm. So let's
So
suppose, okay,
they
so
don't really care or
so let's change a bit the scenario. Let's suppose that you are a rich person. Okay, so all the attendees here. So imagine yourselves being super rich and privileged. Okay, and you are a good person at the same time. And you notice that some company in your area, you know, is hiring underaged, underprivileged children, you know, and they are using them illegally, or maybe they are mistreating them. What would you do? But this time you are in a position of power.
yes.
So you have money.
Maybe
what
in
would
this
you do?
scenario you will take action in this scenario.
So if you have power, you would
You
take
will take
action.
action.
Okay, Amina, can you speak? Can you open the mic? The iPhone owner, I don't know who you are, but can you
Yes.
speak? Okay, Noor, you don't have rights to look after this time. Noor, come on,
Yes,
guys. Yes, Noor, thank you. So Noor, let's imagine, okay, let's visualize this case or this scenario. So you are a very rich woman. Let's say that you are a businesswoman. This is your future. I can foresee your future. You are a very powerful, rich, independent, rich woman. And you see this very upsetting behavior from an employer, which is hiring underprivileged, underaged children. What would you do in this case? Noor, come on, you are very rich now. You can do a lot of things. Tulip, Quick Tech, Umayma, Arij, please, come on.
Sir,
Yes.
I will of course donate and create associations to help kids.
No,
For
no,
sure.
it's not about association. We want a short-term solution. So there is a company, maybe it's a famous one, you know, with good reputation, but you just discover that this company is actually evil. They are hiring young children, you know, to work in very precarious and very extreme conditions. So what would you do in this case?
I will donate for them.
Okay, would you sue them?
Yeah, maybe.
You know, I'm looking for an answer. I'm looking for another answer that I didn't hear yet. So I don't know. I don't want to say it myself, but I want somebody to do it instead of me. So you see a lot of poor children working in extreme hard conditions. What would you do? So you can sue the employer, you know, you can whistleblow the company, you can try to let people know about this vicious
Right.
people. Yes, but what else can you do?
You can threaten them.
You can
Yes.
threat them. Okay.
Maybe I can buy his company and believe the kid.
Threat تهديد. Okay. Sorry, what did you say? Nor?
Buy his company and then
Oh yes.
kid.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about. Buy the company. Nor, you really deserve to be a rich woman. You know, she just doesn't bother. She gonna buy the company.
Buy the company.
Yes, and make the owner a very simple employee in the company. So buy
And,
the whole company.
this is the action as what Abu Bakr Siddiq do with Bilal.
Did. Okay,
With
which
Bilal.
is mhm.
Abu Bakr buy Bilal from
Bought. So the past of buy is bought.
okay, bought
This happened
Bilal
in the
from
past, right? So he bought Bilal and he set him free.
yes.
Yes, so you buy the company and you free all the children there. Okay.
Even if the business will never expand, like you will lose a
Yes.
lot of money.
Uh-huh. But don't you see that we are in a way treating the symptoms of the problem and not the real core of it? You know, we cannot stop bad employers or bad people from misusing vulnerable children. This is impossible, you know.
Mm.
But what is causing the real problem is not the owners of the
I think
business.
it's the lack
company.
of workers.
Not really, you know, no, not really. There are a lot of adults who can work.
Yeah,
You
but
know, it's
they
poverty.
get paid a lot, you know.
I think the real problem is poverty, isn't it? الفقر. So I think that the real problems behind this child labor thing is poverty, first of all, is the absence of authorities. Don't you think this? Of the authority, because if the authority inhibits this, prohibit this, and checks every company, every business, every shop, I mean, why you are muting me?
Sorry, I'm just trying to mute myself. I think I came across you.
You
Sorry.
muted everyone. It's okay.
So sorry.
So yeah, it's okay. So the authorities or the authority isn't doing its job. This is what I see as a very big problem. You know, because they need to stop these bad people from using the vulnerable children. So poverty, absence of authority, and ignorance. And let me emphasize on ignorance. Emphasize معناتها نأكد ياك.
Yes.
Ignorance هي الجهل.
Yeah.
الجهل. I think the ignorance is the biggest enemy out there. I really do believe in this. It
Low
is
income.
much. Sorry?
Low income.
Yes, low
for
income. Low income. Yes.
income. Oh, sorry.
Yes, income. دخل
Bye.
ضعيف ياك. But you know, this is an issue. It is indeed. You know, low income is a big issue. Poverty is issue as well. But I think the main issue, the main problem, هو شغل الجوهري والأساسي ياك المشكل الأساسي ولا هنا في هذا الكان نقول the elephant in the room. تعرفوا هذا الاكسبريسيون؟
Idiom, yes.
Yes,
The
there is a
elephant in
big
the room.
elephant in the room. هذه يقولوها كي مثلا ناس يكونوا يقصروا على كاش مشكل ياك والمشكل الحقيقي ما يهضروش عليه وهو شغل هو باين ياك. ما
Yes.
يقولوا can we just talk about the elephant in the room. معناتها اسكو نقدروا نهضروا على المشكل الحقيقي اللي راهو شغل باين في الغرفة like an elephant in the room. So what I think is the elephant in the room in this case is the ignorance. Because if you see that parents consensually send their children to work, this is because of ignorance, of their ignorance. We cannot blame the children, you know, because they are children, they don't know what they are doing. But parents should be aware of the situation, and they shouldn't allow their children to quit school in any circumstances. In any circumstances. في بغض النظر على العوامل ياك circumstances. دوك نكتب لكم circumstances. بصح شغل don't you agree with me on this? ما تشوفوش بلي this is the real problem. So ignorance.
Can't agree more.
Yes, Alex, thank you. So poverty isn't an excuse. I don't think it's an excuse.
They should be intellectual.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, they should be intellectual, or
Yeah,
you know.
as I said, I think it's the way the people see the problem.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So
Yes.
circumstances, if you don't know this word, هما ظروف. A synonym تاع conditions.
Yes.
So we can say that parents الأولياء shouldn't ما لازمش يخلوا, they shouldn't allow their children to work if they are under 18, except for apart, and except for part-time job or summer job. We are not talking about this, but they shouldn't allow their children to work, even if they want to, even if the child wants to work. You see?
Yes.
Okay, I think we shed a lot about this on this topic.
Yes. So
We have to
will
move
keep,
on.
Extortion for the social media session. I think it's a great fit in the social media. Don't you think?
Yes, I agree. Yes. So let's go to before
the
we
abuse
are
of
running
power.
out of time. Yes, let's go to the abuse of power, which
Okay,
means.
so guys, we will
Mhm.
add 10 more minutes, and then we'll end this session.
No, we can have more time. No worries. No, we can have more than 1 hour because we took too long talking about child labor. So the abuse of power, قلنا البارح abuse or ماشي البارح 3 days ago, maybe 2 days ago.
3 days ago. Yeah.
Yes, abuse, سوء الاستغلال, and Anis talked about this. So Anis, I want to listen from you again. Anis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm
Yes.
here.
Anis, so you talked about the abuse of power last time, and you described it as one kind of corruption. We talked about corruption last time.
Yes.
So can you talk and expand the vision of others concerning this topic?
The abuse of power.
Abuse. Say
sorry.
it properly. Yes, abuse. Say it again. It's okay.
Yes, abuse.
Okay.
Abuse of power. It means the source of this of another phenomena who.
Okay, go ahead. Maybe the internet again. We have a problem with the internet. I'm wondering about the others. Why are they just listening and not participating? Aya is here, Noor, Umayma. Come on, guys, try to say something. It hasn't to be perfect. Just try. I'm waiting.
Okay, so I think they don't have an idea of what the abuse of power is.
Mm-hmm.
I think they don't have an idea of what abuse of power is.
So abuse of power, الاستغلال السيء
سلطة.
للقوة للسلطة.
Hello.
Yes, للسلطة.
I'm
So
sorry, sir, but I'm
people-
back.
Yes, welcome back. So people in position of power, usually we are talking about the government people, you know, the authorities, the officials. So they are in position of power في وضع قوة or في وضع سلطة. أنا power مقترح سلطة. And they abuse this power. They use it for either malicious purposes or for personal gains. So this is the abuse of power. Okay, Anis, the mic is yours. He's gone again. He is gone again. He has bad network.
I think that abuse of power is a kind of selfishness.
Selfishness. Yes, it is very
Yes.
selfish act. Yeah. So
For
we are talking about
personal gain.
selfishness. Yes, selfishness. الأنانية. Yeah, أنانية. Okay.
For personal
Selfishness.
gain.
Yes, they do it for personal gain, of course. And greed. Do you know what this means, greed?
Yes.
So, Lemmy, can you explain the word for them?
Hama.
So greed, yes. She
Okay,
said
so
it.
the word is greed. Okay, اللي هو
Jasha or Tama.
الجشع. الجشع. So,
جشع.
greed is not like being stingy. ماشي كيما البخل ولا selfishness. Greed means that the person, you know, has a lot of what he wants. You know, is not missing.
But it's always not enough for him.
It's always not enough for them. They're always seeking wealth, power, food, or anything, any other thing, you know, on end, بدون توقف شغل بلا ما يحبسوا.
Yes.
And this is greed. طمع ولا الجشع in Arabic. والadjective هو greedy. If you are greedy معناتها جشع, you are جشع. والعكس تاعو, the opposite is considerate. I forgot how to write it again. Bon, سيرمو هكا يكون غلط حرف ولا book. I will check. Hang on. So considerate هو العكس تاع واحد اللي يكون selfish ولا greedy. إنسان اللي يخمم على الآخرين, ما يخممش غير في روحه, etc. Yes, it is written considerate. Yes, it's CONSIDERATE. Yes, I wrote it correctly. Thanks God. Okay, so what do you have else to say, Lamin, about the abuse of power? Or
So,
someone else? I mean,
as we all know,
Mhm.
all know, abuse of power, it's
Yes.
like a sort of corruption.
It is like it. Absolutely, it's a kind of corruption. Of course, it is. And how can we stop it?
I
How
think
can we stop it?
Alignment.
Yes, Noor. Yes,
Put the
Noor.
line.
How can we deter it? Deter. Do you know the word? deter.
Stop.
Yes, stop severely, rigidly بشكل حازم وقوي.
Like to
بس
rip out.
yeah, so you
So-
stop someone from doing a bad thing. ياك هذه
Yeah.
الكلمة هذه يستعملوها غير في القاطع. A good person is trying to stop someone bad, from doing a bad or negative thing. هذه بالعربية هي هاي شكون يقول لي كيفاش بالعربية؟ كيفاش نقول زعما واحد نحبسه ولا نخليه ما يديرش هذيك واش هو حابب يدير.
I think it's ردع.
الردع، أيوة الردع exactly. So to deter someone means تردعه، ما تخليش تخوفه ولا use power to stop them from doing a malicious thing. malicious. والكلمة تاع malicious تعرفوها ولا ما تعرفوهاش؟
No.
وانا من البارح ولا ما ديك خطرة وانا نستعمل فيها وواحد ما سقساني. Nobody asked me what malicious means. This is not what I want. What did I say earlier on Telegram? I said if you want to improve your English, don't let any word that you don't understand skip from you. You should stop me. You should have stopped me in the previous sessions and asked me to explain what malicious means. Am I wrong, Lamin? Am I wrong?
No, you are not wrong. You are right.
Yeah, so
You're always right.
thank you. Not always, not always. So malicious means
A bad
something
thing or a
bad.
pernicious.
Yes.
We can also
Khabith.
say pernicious.
Yes, pernicious, exactly. Or pernicious.
Bad.
Pernicious.
Yes.
Yes, so these are two synonyms. So these are like malintended activities, so things that people are doing with the intention of causing harm. ياك تسمى يديروها مع سبق الإصرار والترصد كما يقولوا بالعربية.
نيتهم.
بنية خبيثة exactly. So
yeah.
هذه عفسة شغل عيانة اللي مثلا واحد يدير لك عفسة عيانة maliciously ولا بطريقة خبيثة يقصد هذيك العفسة. or pernicious والR هنا في هذه الكلمة is almost silent. نقدر نقول عليه silent. So pernicious or malicious.
We can say insidious.
Yes. خلاص يكفي for today for this word. So نهضر على ثاني على intentions. ياك اللي ما يعرفش معناتها intention معناتها النية. Yes. الأعمال بالنيات. So the intentions are very important thing. So if you have pure intentions نقدر نقول على واحد عنده pure intentions عنده نوايا صالحة good intentions. ولا نقدر نقولوا واحد عنده malicious intentions ولا vicious. تعرفوا الكلمة vicious شريرة.
Same in French.
أيوة vicious intentions معناتها نوايا شريرة. ولا نقدر نهضر على إنسان نقولوا عليه vicious person means إنسان شرير. ولا كيفاش نقولوا الشرير ولا الشر on general خليهم let them think. لامين.
Okay.
كاين واحد الكلمة فيها only 4 words باش نهضروا على someone who is doing something bad or wicked. نقدر نقولوا wicked ولا بصح ماشي هذه الكلمة اللي نحوس عليها. أيوة تبدأ it starts with E. Yes.
Evil.
Yeah.
Yes. Evil. هذا جو خرج the Satan
Yes.
emoji. Yes, evil. شرير.
Yes. Tulip wrote it in the comments.
Sorry? I'm not
Tulip.
reading. I'm not reading the comments. I completely forgot
I
about
think
the comments.
she has to open her mic.
Yes, doing harm consciously,
Yes.
intentionally, willingly, consciously. Yes, exactly. Yes. Being evil or being malicious. Okay, so I want to listen from someone else, you know?
Okay,
We
so
didn't
let's
have a
pick
lot
up.
of participants today. Lamin, you have to choose someone to speak.
Okay, so I choose Nori. Nour. Okay. I don't know what happened to the participants today, but they are all
No, they
silent.
are sleeping. Yeah, they are sleeping.
Yes.
So, okay, let me
They
add
are
Wicked.
they all choose to remain silent today. I don't
Silent.
know
Yeah, so
why.
they chose to remain silent today. So,
Yes.
we have a lot of vocabulary today to describe
Nori,
bad people.
she didn't answer. So Ikram.
Sorry, I have bad internet. Okay. So we can also say wicked, just like I think Arij or someone said. Wicked, شرير, yak, evil, or vicious. Okay, let's talk about something else. Maybe they don't have a lot of things today to say about the abuse of power. So the last thing you suggested is extortion. Lamin.
So I think it's better to keep it to the social media science.
Really? Session, really?
Yes.
Okay, let's see with the attendees. Do you want us to continue? Come on, guys, wake up. So can you just explain what extortion is for those who don't know?
Okay, so extortion is I can say like
You can speak in Arabic, you see, because some people just cannot understand the definition
no, I
in
will
English.
just give
An example.
no, the synonyms.
Okay, giving a
So
synonym.
maybe they will guess. If they don't guess, in case they
Okay.
don't guess, I will say it in Arabic. It's not a problem.
Okay, so let me help you with this one.
Okay, so it's a blackmail,
Okay,
or we can say graft,
okay.
as we can say also threat.
Okay, or threat, yes. Threat, we already know what does mean threat.
Yes.
Threat,
So they can guess
تهديد,
what
yeah.
extortion mean.
Yes, تهديد, blackmail. تعرفوا هذه الكلمة نورمال blackmail.
Yes, ابتزاز.
ابتزاز, yes. Extortion is ابتزاز. Blackmail هو التهديد, yes. ماشي ايميل كان. هو a verb actually.
Yes, to blackmail someone.
Yes, to blackmail someone is to send maybe a letter or an email or a message or text of any kind, threatening that person, you know, threatening them.
That's why I was
to cause
insisting
them
in keeping this word for next session.
Yes.
Because it has
Okay.
a lot
Yes,
to
it
do
has.
with social
Yes,
media.
it has a lot of things to do about with social media, and our participants are sleepy today. They are numb.
They are
Yes.
I think they are numb. Do you know this mean numb? Without pronouncing
N-O-M-B.
without pronouncing
the
the
B.
B because it's
Yeah.
silent. Yes. راهم مخدرين. So someone who is numb is مخدر. Is not feeling anything. And there is a very famous song of Linkin Park with this title, Numb. Do you know it?
No.
no.
Oh, come on. It is a very famous song. It's okay. Okay, so maybe it's enough for today. Okay. We've already
Since all
out
the
of
students are numb, it's enough.
Yes. Yes, thank you. I liked it. So since the students or the attendees, we cannot call them students, are not very energetic today,
Yes.
maybe due to the hot weather outside, or maybe for other reasons that we don't know, it doesn't matter. I wish it's a one-time thing. I wish it's a one-time thing. حاجة صارت خطابك. Next sessions, please don't let only me and Lamin and Arij speak. This time we were joined with Noor. She had a very good participation. But I want everybody to participate. Regardless, look, regardless, بغض النظر, regardless of your
English level.
current level. It doesn't matter, you know, it really doesn't matter. I
No
want you to, yes, I want you to open your mics, speak, you know, regardless of the amount of mistakes you are going to do or to make, it's just fine.
Just
I
try.
said, give me-
It'll help you.
Thank you, Tulip. What is your real name? How can we call you? Noor, thank you. But why didn't you participate since you enjoyed it? Aren't you in a comfortable place where you can open your mic? Is there a
Sir,
lot of noise
sorry,
around
my
you?
family is here at home, so I can't talk anytime.
Oh, you are
Okay,
not
you need-
comfortable.
Yes,
So your family are around you.
yes. This
And
is the
they're-
cause that I don't
yes,
participate in a lot of you.
Okay, I
So-
see, I see. So
can
next
I-
time, next time, please try to find a private, isolated place where you can open your mic and speak freely. Yes. Amina, do you have something to say? Amina.
Yes, sorry, but I was not here. I will try. I don't know what is the subject of extortion. I think
Extortion هو الابتزاز.
Yes, I know. I think it's happen in kidnap cases.
Yes, it happens in kidnap cases, but usually it happens on social media. You know, a lot of malicious, vicious, wicked people, you know, use social media. You know, they hide behind the screens and they threat others, they blackmail others.
Yes.
You see, especially girls, you know, because girls are very vulnerable. You remember vulnerable? هضرنا عليها مع الأول قاع.
No, I don't know.
وش معناتها vulnerable؟ اللي كانوا يتبعوا معايا. اللي ما كانوش حاطين هكا بكو يسمعونا كيما البوست. vulnerable هو إنسان اللي يكون معرض للخطر ولا ضعيف في وضعية ضعف. Weak.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So كي نقولوا بلي واحد زعما is vulnerable معناتها راهو في مهدد بالخطر. هنا
As victim.
Yes, victim. So the main victim of extortion usually, you know, worldwidely is women. Women are very vulnerable to extortion because they got you know, they are vulnerable. We're gonna talk about this in the
They are
next.
people.
Easy to exploit or to yes, exactly, to be used in a bad way. Okay, so I think we had enough today. I'm not home. Yes, Tulip says she's not home, and now you are excused. So you have a good excuse, but try to be at home next time. This is all I can say.
I like it.
We are
Okay.
in a new home, and you know, the family all of the
You moved to a new house, right?
Yes.
Where? Can you tell us? You know, I'm a very curious person.
I exactly live in Ghelizan, exactly in Qala.
In Ghelizan. Okay. I think it's a nice place. I haven't visited yet, but I've been told it's a nice place.
Ghelizan, we live in Qala, exactly in Samar.
The castle. yeah
القلعة.
ايه كاسل بالانجلي ولا لا ماشي كاسل نو القلعة هذيك القصر the
The palace.
the towel ولا وش يقولوا شنو قلعة نو قلعة palace ياك
Yes, palace.
برج.
palace
Towel,
towel
برج.
برج تلفت لي بين الكلمة دي تاع القلعة تلفت لي ياس palace نقدر نقولوا palace
No, palace is also قصر.
القلعة
Castle.
نورمال كاسل ولا palace
It's castle.
Castle. Yeah.
Castle.
castle yeah
Because like it has this theme, this old theme.
yes the castle I think it's the
Yes.
castle and is it nice Amina is it nice Nor was talking
Yes, we live in the.
we live وكان تقولي live وكان تجعديها شوية
Yeah,
تولي
مرحبا.
ما تبلي تروحوا
Yes.
تقولي
We
we live where do you live
In summer,
تمك and it's nice is it a nice neighborhood
for me, it's not, because I love live in the city, in the big city.
okay so you are like in the countryside right
What do you see, sir? I don't hear.
اكو في countryside شغل ماشي السيتي yeah countryside شغل كيما نقولوا البلاد
احنا نسكن في الريف.
yes exactly
Yeah.
هذه rural areas
So is it a big house compared to the old one?
نقدر نقول rural ياك rural هذه الكلمة شحال واعرة النطق عباك حياتي كاع وانا نعاني معاها ما فهمتش علاش
Rural.
داروا كلمات علاش داروا كلمة فيها R و L R واحد انت ننطقها
I think it's simple. Rural.
شكون اللي كان يضحك دوكا شكون اللي كان يضحك عليا أريج تعرف لي أريج I knew it
Rural.
yes I complain about this word why did they choose those words those letters rural I mean it's very hard to say even for native by the way okay so areas not ears
Lamin asked me that this house is a big. Yes, it's a very big.
it's a big house but I don't like the place because it's in the countryside and you prefer cities what about the neighbors are they nice
We
I
have.
think she
we
didn't
don't
get
have
the chance to discover her neighborhood.
We don't
really?
have.
You don't have neighbors
Yes.
oh this
So you are
sounds
isolated in the.
this sounds creepy isn't it
But it's perfect. There is no children.
no noise it's quiet
Yes, it's very quiet.
Just
cozy
don't watch the American horror movies.
cozy شغل بلاصة لي هادئة كمريحة للأعصاب نقولوا cozy تعرفوها الكلمة ولا ما تعرفوهاش؟
No,
Yes.
it's
لا مين تعرف كاع الكلمات دوك انت كيفاش تدير معك؟ ماك حتى كلمة قلتها ما تعرفهاش
I'm co-hosting with you. I'm supposed to do.
Yes, I know.
I'm co-hosting with you.
Okay, so it's a bit scary for me to live completely alone with no neighbors
Especially
whatsoever.
if you watch a lot of American horror movies.
Horror movies, yes.
Yeah.
as I do.
Sorry?
As I do.
As you do, you know, Arid is a big fan of horror movies. Did you know this, Lamin?
No, I didn't.
You know, we have to make a particular session for this. We have to
Yeah, I
devote
think.
a whole session talking about why do some people enjoy watching horror movies.
I don't know. It's enjoyable.
Because they are some kind of psychopaths. I
I'm
read a
afraid
book
so.
about
I'm
it.
afraid so. And what doesn't make sense even more is they get scared, but they love the fact that they get scared. Like,
Yes.
they enjoy being scared.
I read a book about this. I told you
You
that
read, you
I read
read it.
about the
Yes,
human
but
psychology.
yes. So what did you
So
discover about
the
this kind of
so a
people?
person that loves horror movies is has this kind of
Listen, Arij, listen what you have. Listen.
marriage.
In the Algerian
Yes.
accent.
I'm
Listen,
afraid.
yeah, Arij, listen which serious,
Condition.
listen which serious condition you have. Yeah, so
I'm
they suffer
afraid
from
you have this path of a psychopath in your moral or your body. I don't know how to describe it, but you are a little bit of a psychopath.
I'm not. I'm not.
defend yourself, Arij, defend yourself.
I'm normal human. I just find it enjoyable. So
It's not me who said it. It's scientists. It's like big book writers who said it.
Listen, I
They did
can't
some
wait for,
research. They
you
did
know,
some
guys.
research. They did have chosen like very rare information. So they are right.
You know, I
yes.
can't wait
Okay.
for the session where we talk only about this because I already see a lot of controversy here. So
Yeah.
I'd like to see this debate going on. Okay,
Mr.
you know, yes, we are going to talk about mental health in general.
Yes.
In
To
the
be honest,
upcoming
I
series.
think they like. I think they search for dopamine.
Okay, yes.
When you get scared, when you get
Yes,
scared,
okay.
the dopamine levels like rises.
Really,
So
but what I know is when you get scared, adrenaline rises, not dopamine.
both of them.
You know, anxiety hormones like dopamine, cortisol are the ones who get triggered when you get scared or when you feel unsafe.
I'm talking about adrenaline.
Adrenaline, not dopamine.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I just
Yes,
mixed
I got it. It's a
Sorry.
mistake. Yes, yes, adrenaline. Yes, they
Yes.
they like the adrenaline. Oh, sorry, adrenaline
Adrenaline.
rush in their blood. Yes.
Yes.
You know, I got tired. I have to go now. It's enough for me.
Especially when it curses around their blood.
Yes, yes. We will talk about this. We will talk about this. But
Yes.
Arij, I will ask you. I will listen from you. You know, and prepare what to say concerning this. You have to defend your enjoyment of the horror movies. You have to prepare some solid defense against Lamin's accusations.
Yeah.
Because now I see her as a second Jeffrey Dahmer.
No.
I don't
No.
know who is.
Like I'm
A
I'm
serial
not.
killer.
Huh?
A serial killer.
No, no, I'm not.
I'm talking to Mr.
No,
Abdulrahim.
no,
I
no.
don't know if he knows
She's a very kind.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
I don't know him. I don't watch a lot of movies. Guys, we
It's
are
not a
running out
movie.
of
He's a
time.
serial. He's a very
He's a
known
serial
and
killer.
outstanding serial killer.
Yeah.
يا لطيف.
I swear.
No, Arij is a very nice person. I assure you.
Yeah.
Yes, she's very kind. She just has this weird fantasy. Okay. So thank you guys for listening today. It was a short it was a long episode today.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of participants, unfortunately. I don't know why, but in the next sessions, hope we will. I want this podcast, this activity to be less about me and more about you, but what I see is quite the opposite. I am the only one who talks a lot here, besides Lamin and Arij, which is not the aim at all, believe me. Especially today, you know, I feel like I've talked a lot, and this is not for me, it's for you, so you have to participate. I'll try to make it this way in the next sessions. I'll try to talk less.
Regarding this, regarding this. I receive a lot of messages in my DMs.
Yes.
They are telling me that the language we use is very advanced.
Yes, this is true. Yes, we are using a very advanced language. I talked about this last time. We
Especially
tried to-
for
Mhm.
especially for me and you and maybe Erich. So they don't get what we said.
That's why I'm using Arabic from time to time now.
So I always tell them that maybe they are not A2, you know.
Yes, maybe they are not
They
eligible.
they are not even A2.
Yes, they are not eligible to join us, but we will see. We will think about this. Okay, thank you guys. Amina just said
Yeah.
that she enjoyed this session. It is her first.
I
I'm
learned
so
from
glad.
you much words. Yes,
Thank you,
I
Amina.
hear you.
I hope that you join the next sessions as well.
Inshallah, yes.
Inshallah. Tulip, thank you so much. I wish that you will be at home next time so we can listen to you.
Can I start a video to show where I live?
Yes, of course. Okay, so let me just end this session and the
Okay,
recording.
because it's gonna be on YouTube.
Yes,
so
because it's going to be on YouTube.
yes.
Unless you want to everybody to see where you live on YouTube. Serial killers are out there, you know. Be careful.
I think she have to keep some privacy for herself.
Yeah,
so
you'd better. You'd better keep some privacy. So thank you, guys.
Erich, stop laughing at me. Erich, stop laughing.
I have a lot of I have mischievous co-hosts. Excuse them. So thank you guys for watching or listening or attending live.
Yes.
It was a great pleasure. Thank you, Lamin, for co-hosting this episode with me.
No,
Thank you,
I am
Erich.
hosting. You are co-hosting.
Yes, you are hosting. Yes, so
Yeah.
thank me for co-hosting this episode.
Thank you for co-hosting,
you. Yes.
Mr. Abdurrahim with me
Thank you. It was a
today.
great pleasure.
It
We had
was a
great
pleasure
fun.
working with you today.
Thank
Same for Erich and the other non-participants.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, see you
Thank you.
guys next time. Bye. So we have to
Bye.
see where Noor lives.
Yes,
Bye.
goodbye, guys. Bye.
Bye.